everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome back to the 1991 World Series in Payoff Pitch Baseball. We're just about set to start Game 3 of the World Series between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Oakland Athletics. Game 1 ended up being a washout that chased both starting pitchers, and the A's ended up winning a wild game by a final score of 11-7. Game 2 was a little bit more normal as the Pirates took the opportunity to even the series at a game apiece. Now the series is in Oakland for the next 3 games, and we've got a pivotal Game 3 lined up for you tonight. With that in mind, the fans are starting to file into Oakland Alameda County Coliseum, and we are expecting a sellout today with a sea of green and gold tonight. So with that in mind, let's go meet the starting pitchers, and first up, we'll meet the Pirates starting pitcher. Starting pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates is a lefty, John Smiley, their number 3 starter. 20-8 with a 3.08 ERA, 207 2/3 innings pitched, 194 hits, 17 homers, 44 walks, and 129 strikeouts in 91. Previously this postseason, I believe he started Game 3 of the NLCS against the Dodgers. The number would be about right for that. And yes, he did start, but he ended up with a no decision in Game 3. So he will be the starting pitcher charged with keeping the A's lineup in check tonight. With that, let's go meet Oakland's starting pitcher, and we'll take our first look at Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. Starting pitcher for the Oakland Athletics is Mike Moore. 17-8 with a 2.96 ERA, 210 innings pitched, 176 hits, 11 homers, 105 walks, and 153 strikeouts in 91. He was the starting pitcher in Game 3 of the ALCS against Kansas City and ended up with a complete game victory in that one. Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. To lefties, on a ballpark check, it's a pitcher's park. 1-34 gives us a wheelhouse, whereas to righties is a little bit more friendly, still leaning very slightly toward being a pitcher's park. 1-49 there. So switch hitters tonight will be batting righty to take advantage of a slightly easier to get wheelhouse. With that in mind, let's move over to the main game area and set the shot over there. For our first order of business, if the fans at Oakland Alameda County Coliseum will please rise and remove your hats and head coverings, we'll have the playing of our national anthem. And now if you would kindly direct your attention to the mound, we've got one of the pillars of the YouTube sports community down to throw out the first pitch in Dave Gardner. So Dave, take it away. Thank you for the first pitch, Dave. Make sure if you're a sports cards and dice gamer, make sure you go check out Dave's channel. I'll provide a link to that in the description down below. With that, the last of the fans are filing into Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. We are expecting a sellout with a sea of green and gold tonight, so let's play ball. While the A's start to get loose in the field, we'll take our first look at the Pirates starting lineup. Leading off, we've got Mike Lavaliere catching tonight. Gary Varsho is in right field. Barry Bonds is in left field. Bobby Bonilla is at third base. Andy Van Slyke is in center field. Orlando Merced is at first base. Jay Bell is at shortstop. Jeff King is the designated hitter. And Jose Lind will be at second base. A very powerful lineup that Mike Moore will be charged with keeping in check. Leading off the game tonight, we have Mike Lavaliere, the catcher for the Pirates. All three of his home runs coming against right-handed pitching. And Mike Moore is, of course, a righty. We're going to be using green, gold, and white dice. Athletics are the home team tonight. Game 3 of the World Series. Series tied at 1. Who will take Game 3 and take the lead in the series? Only the dice know, and to find out what the dice want to tell us, we need to go to the first pitch. 2 is a wheelhouse 99, and Lavaliere is going to lift that one into right field. Canseco will come in for that one. He'll make the catch, and there's 1 out in the inning, as Game 3 of the World Series is officially underway. Here's Gary Varsho. Varsho hit all 4 of his home runs against right-handed pitching. Moore knows he got away with one there. Lavaliere couldn't do anything with it. He will get the sign from Quirk. Moore will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 5 is going to be a patient 12, and that's very easily ball 4. Varsho will find himself on as a slider misses the zone for a 1-out walk. The A's will go to double play depth, and here's Barry Bonds, ever dangerous. 18 of his 25 home runs coming against right-handed pitching. Varsho is a jump of 5 against a hold of 8. That would be a 63 to get the jump. He is a B3, which is a very good chance, I believe, yes. Bonds doesn't hit into a lot of double plays, and he's got great power. I think they're going to try to have Varsho swipe a bag here. 63 or less, Varsho gets, actually, is it 63? Yes. 63 or less, Varsho gets the jump. That's a 47. He's off to second on a very good chance. Uh-oh, we got a possible error chance. So Varsho will be safe at second with a stolen base, but we have to roll against Quirk's error rating. His error rating is a 2, and just to double check this, higher, the throw is wild and sails into the outfield. Uh-oh, this could be trouble. And Quirk's going to throw that one wild, and Varsho will be over at third on the stolen base and the E2. The Pirates willing to make things happen on the base paths already. That will bring the infield in. Bonds, though, has great power. The Pirates are definitely willing to be aggressive on the base paths. Moore will look into Quirk for the sign, who's got to shake off a bad throw. Moore will set. Bonds will brace for the pitch. Moore will kick, and here's the pitch. 8 is going to be a tough 52. And that's going to be a ground ball over to third. Picking that one up is going to be Law. We need to see what happens on the infield in chart. Once I find it here. Here we are. And Varsho is going to try to come home, but he's going to be thrown out. Bonds will make first on the fielder's choice. 2 outs in the inning. Two outs, and here's Bobby Bonilla. Bonilla hit 4 of his 18 home runs against right-handed pitching. Bonds, a jump of 7 against a hold of 8. They're not going to try to run here with 2 outs. Moore will look into Quirk for the sign. Moore will set, and Moore will pitch. 8 is a tough 41. And against a righty, Bonilla's going to get a hold of that one, and that will be a base hit. Bonds will automatically make third because of extra base advancement with 2 outs. Bonilla will be at first, and now we've got runners at the corners with 2 outs. Here's Andy Van Slyke. 13 of his 17 home runs coming against right-handed pitching. Oakland, Alameda County Coliseum getting nervous early. Fans on their feet hoping for a good pitch from Moore. Bonds at third, Bonilla at first. Van Slyke at the plate. Moore will look into Quirk for the sign. Moore will set, and he will pitch. 6 that's a cocked die in there. 6 is a tough 4. Van Slyke is frozen by a curveball for strike 3, and that will retire the side. 1 hit, a walk, a stolen base, and an error, but the Pirates are not able to do anything with it. The score is now Pittsburgh 0, Oakland coming to bat. And now as the Pirates get loose in the field, we'll take our first look at Oakland's starting lineup. Leading off, we've got Jamie Quirk catching, Vance Law at third base, Jose Canseco in right field, Ricky Henderson is the designated hitter, Dave Henderson is in center field, Mike Gallego is at second base, Willie Wilson is in left field, Walt Weiss is at shortstop, and Ernest Riles is at first base. And that's the lineup that John Smiley has to deal with. Leading off is Jamie Quirk. Only homer coming against right-handed pitching. We've already called Quirk's name once, and not in a very good light. He had the error that let Varsho get to third. Smiley will look in at Lavalier for the sign. Smiley will set, and he will pitch. 10 is going to be a tough 34, and against a lefty, Quirk will get a hold of that one, and he'll lead off the game for the A's with a base hit. The Pirates will go to double play depth. And here's Vance Law. Law didn't hit any homers in 91. Quirk, not a threat to do anything on the base paths. He will stay put. Smiley, could they try to lay down a bunt here? I don't think they're going to lay down the bunt here. Tempting, but no. Smiley will look into Lavalier for the sign. Smiley will set, and he will pitch. 8 is a patient 46, and that's ball 4. Law will make it on base as a curveball misses the zone, and that's a 1-out walk. And suddenly the A's have something cooking with nobody out. And here's the ever-dangerous Jose Canseco. 8 of his 44 home runs coming against left-handed pitching. Smiley looking a little bit nervous. Fans at Oakland Alameda County Coliseum hoping for a good hit. Smiley will get the sign from Lavalier. He will set. Smiley will pitch. 3 is a tough 56. And Canseco is going to swing through the high heat for strike 3, and that's out number 1. And here's Ricky Henderson. 8 of his 18 home runs coming against right-handed pitching, or left-handed pitching, I should say. Henderson has got great power against lefties. Smiley will look into Lavalier for the sign. Smiley will set, and he will pitch. 7 is going to be a tough 91. That's a ground ball over to short. We need to see if the Pirates can turn 2 and get out of the inning. 6 or less on 2D6, and the Pirates get out of it. No! Runners will move up. Henderson will be thrown out, but there are 2 outs in the inning. So Quirk to third, Law to second. Henderson will be thrown out on the fielder's choice. 2 outs in the inning, though. And here's Dave Henderson. He hit 8 of his 25 home runs against left-handed pitching. Fans at Oakland Alameda County Coliseum hoping for a good hit. Smiley will get the sign from Lavalier. Smiley will set, and he will pitch. 4 is a ballpark check. 95 is in play. That's a 10. And against a lefty, Henderson's going to get a hold of that one. That will be a double, and the A's are going to strike first. Quirk will come in to score, as will Law. Henderson is going to slide in safely at second with a double. And just like that, Oakland has a 2-0 lead. Stadium cheers. Yay! And here's Gallego. Gallego hit 5 of his 12 home runs against left-handed pitching. Smiley's got to shake that one off. Smiley will get the sign from Lavalier. He will set, and he will pitch. 8 is a patient 80. And against a lefty, Gallego will get a hold of that one, and that will be a base hit. That'll bring Dave Henderson in. Gallego will be safe at first. And the score is now 3-0 in favor of the A's. Stadium cheers. Yay! And here's Willie Wilson. No homers in 91. Smiley will look into Lavalier for the sign. 3-0 Oakland. Bottom of the first. Game 3 of the World Series. Smiley will set. He will pitch. 3 is a tough 50. And against the lefty, Wilson will extend the inning again with a base hit. Gallego will make third. And the Pirates cannot catch a break cannot get out of this first inning. Here's Walt Weiss. No homers in 91. Smiley looking very nervous here. He will look in to Lavalier for the sign. Oakland Alameda County Coliseum on their feet, jumping up and down as the A's are trying to take a 2-1 lead against the very powerful Pittsburgh lineup. Smiley will set. Here's the pitch. 6 is a tough 64, and it's a ground ball over to second. Lind will pick that one up. He'll step on the bag himself, and that will retire the side. But what an inning for the A's. 3 runs on 4 hits and a walk, and the score is now 3-0 Oakland after 1. Top of the second, we'll see the second half of the Pirates' order due up next. Moore finishes up his warm-up tosses as stepping into the batter's box is Orlando Merced. He hit all 10 of his home runs against right-handed pitching. 3-0 Oakland. Top of the second, Game 3 of the World Series. Series tied at 1. Moore looking into Quirk for the sign. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 4 is a tough 62, and it's a fly ball into right field. Canseco will come under that one. He won't have to move too far for that one. Take a couple steps to his left, but there's 1 out in the inning. And here's Jay Bell, 10 of his 16 home runs coming against right-handed pitching. Moore will look into Quirk for the sign. Moore will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 5 is a patient 43. And against a righty, Bell will get a hold of that one, and that will be a base hit. The A's will go to double play depth, and here's Jeff King. He hit 3 of his 4 home runs against right-handed pitching. Bell would be a C3, which would be a normal chance. He's going to stay put. Moore will look into Quirk for the sign. Looking over to Bell at first. Moore will set, and here's the pitch. 8 is going to be a tough 63. And it's a ground ball over to second. Picking that one up is going to be Gallego. We need to see if they turn the double play, though. 7 or less on 2D6, and the A's get out of the inning. No! Well, let's re-roll that. That was definitely a cocked white die. No! Bell will be thrown out at second. King will make first, but there are 2 outs in the inning. So King will reach on the fielder's choice. 2 outs in the inning, and here's Jose Lind. 1 of his 3 home runs coming against right-handed pitching. Moore will look into Quirk for the sign. He will set, he will kick, and here's the pitch. 6 is a tough 73, and it's a fly ball into center field. Henderson coming in for that one. He'll make the catch and retire the side. Nothing across except the single for the Pirates, and we are headed into the bottom of the second. Smiley hopefully has a very short memory of that disastrous bottom of the first inning, as stepping into the batter's box is Ernest Riles. All 5 of his home runs coming against right-handed pitching in 91. Smiley will get the sign from Lavalier. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 5 is going to be an in-play 96. It's a fly ball into right field. Getting under that one is going to be Varsho, making a couple steps to his left. He'll make the catch for out number 1. And here's Jamie Quirk. Quirk tonight is 1 for 1 with a single. Smiley looking into Lavalier for the sign. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That's a cocked die. 7 is going to be a tough 9, and Quirk's going to get frozen by a curveball for strike 3, and that's out number 2. And here's Law. Law today reached on a walk his first time up. Smiley will look into Lavalier for the sign. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 6 is a tough 36, and Law swings through the high heat for strike 3, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates, as Smiley will get his 3rd strikeout on the day, but it remains 3-0 Oakland after 2. Top of the 3rd, we'll see the top of the Pirates' order due up next. Moore finishes up his warm-up tosses as Lavalier will step into the batter's box to lead off the top of the 3rd. Lavalier flew out his first time up. Moore will look into Quirk for the sign. Moore will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 2 is a wheelhouse 2, and actually, I was about to say there's nothing happening there, but actually, the Pirates will get on the board with a boom! That ball is hit high. That ball is hit deep to right field. Canseco going back for that one. He's back to the track, back to the wall, and that one's going to be in the upper deck somewhere. Home run, Mike Lavalier. And the Pirates cut the lead to 3-1. Stadium groans. Ugh. And here's Varsho. Varsho today reached on a walk his first time up. He stole a base and advanced on an error by Quirk. Moore hoping to shake off that solo blast. Moore will look into Quirk for the sign. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 10 is going to be a tough 9, and Varsho's going to get frozen by a changeup for strike 3. That's out number 1. That is the 2nd strikeout of the day for Moore. 1 out, and here's Barry Bonds. Bonds reached on a fielder's choice back in the 1st. Moore looking into Quirk for the sign. He knows he's got to be careful with Bonds. A mistake is probably going to Mars somewhere. Moore will set. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. 11 is a defense check. Somebody's got to play defense for Oakland. That ball is hit to shortstop. It's a range play for Walt Weiss. His range is an F. This could be a problem. We'll re-roll that cocked die. And that's going to get past Moore. That's going to get past Weiss. And that's going to be a base hit. So Bonds will find himself on with a 1-out single. And here's Bobby Bonilla. Bonilla today is 1 for 1 with a single. Bonds is jump of 7 against a hold of 8. He's going to try to get the jump. He'd be a very good chance, and he needs a 77 or less to get the jump. They are most definitely sending Bonds on a very good chance. And Bonds is going to get down under the tag. He'll be safe at 2nd on the stolen base. The Pirates are most definitely willing to run here, especially now down 2 runs. So that takes away the double play option for the A's, which means Moore will now turn to deal with Bonilla. Moore will get the sign from Quirk. He will set, and here's the pitch. Now here's the pitch. 8 is going to be a tough 76, and it's a fly ball into center field. Getting under that one is going to be Henderson. He'll make the catch for the second out of the inning. Bonds, I believe, on an F8. Advances to third. Yep, his run rating is high enough. He'll get to third. 2 outs in the inning for Andy Van Slyke. Van Slyke today struck out looking his first time up. A good hit brings Bonds in and could potentially do more. Moore knows he's got to be careful here. Moore will look into Quirk for the sign. He will set, and here's the pitch. 7 is going to be a patient 86, and against a righty, Van Slyke will get a hold of that one, and that will be a base hit. Bonds will come in to score. Van Slyke will make first on the single. And the score is now 3-2 in favor of Oakland. Stadium groans. Ugh. And here's Merced. Merced today is 0 for 1. He flew out his first time up. Here come the Pirates. Van Slyke isn't going to run. They're not going to try to get themselves run out of the inning. Merced's got decent power. Moore will get the sign from Quirk. He will set. Here's the pitch. 4 is a tough 7, and Merced's going to get frozen by a slider for strike 3. That will retire the side. 2 runs on 3 hits and a stolen base. A solo home run by Mike Lavaliere, and the Pirates have cut this lead to 3-2. As Oakland now will be sending the heart of their order to the plate. Leading off the bottom of the third, Jose Canseco. Canseco struck out swinging his first time up. Smiley will get the sign from Lavaliere. He will set. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. 8 is going to be a patient 90. And he's, close but not quite. Canseco's going to ground that one over to short. Picking that one up is going to be Bell. He'll make the throw over to first, ranging to his left, and that's the first out of the inning. Here's Ricky Henderson. Henderson tonight is 0 for 1. He reached on a fielder's choice back in the first. Smiley will get the sign from Lavaliere. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 8 is a patient 2. Very easily ball 4. Henderson will find himself on with a 1-out walk. And here's Dave Henderson. Dave Henderson is 1 for 1 with a double. Could they try to send Ricky Henderson, over to second? Pirates are going to go to double play depth. Jump of 8 against a hold of 10. Ooh, that is very tempting. He's a B. He would be a B4, which would be an almost guaranteed steal. The A's are going to see if they can get the jump on Smiley here. 90 or less, Henderson gets the jump. That's a 9. Henderson is off to second on an excellent chance. And barely a throw. Henderson will reach easily with a 1-out steal. That will take away the double play. That'll take the double play away from the Pirates. Stolen base by Ricky Henderson. Smiley will now turn and deal with Dave Henderson. Smiley will get the sign from Lavaliere. He'll look over to Henderson at second. Smiley will turn back to the plate. He will set. Here's the pitch. 6 is a tough 0-0. We're going to have a rare play with runners on base. Runners on base tough. Here we are. Alrighty then. Rare play with runners on base tough. 46 says, pitcher with a strikeout per 9 inning of 6 or more causes all batters to roll on their tough section until a batter reaches base on a hit or the pitcher is removed from the game, then return to playing as normal. Other pitchers strike out the current batter, but the next 2 batters roll on wheelhouse. So Smiley's got a 5.6, which is not quite high enough. So Dave Henderson will strike out. That will be the second out of the inning. We'll call that a called third strike. But here's Gallego. Because of the rare play, Gallego is automatically rolling wheelhouse, as is the next batter. As is the next batter, I should say. So Gallego, this could be a problem because Gallego's got a lot of power. So the fact that he's rolling on wheelhouse could be a problem for Smiley. Smiley will get the sign. He will set. Here's the pitch. That's a 50. And against the lefty, that'll be enough for a base hit, and the A's will extend the lead. Ricky Henderson will come in to score. Gallego will be safe at first on the base hit. Score is now 4-2 in favor of the A's. Stadium cheers. Yay! Here's Willie Wilson. He is 1 for 1 with a single. Might be a good batter to have roll on a wheelhouse for if you're Smiley. Smiley will look at Lavalier for the sign. He will set. Here's the pitch. A 1. Oh, of course it is. Against the lefty, Wilson will get a hold of that one, and that's going to be a double. Gallego will come in to score. Wilson will be at second. And the score is now 5-2 in favor of Oakland. Stadium cheers. Yay! And here's Weiss. Weiss today is 0 for 1. We are going to get activity in the Pirates' bullpen, as starting to get loose for the Pirates will be... They're going to get Neil Heaton warming up in... Yes, they're going to get Neil Heaton warming up in the Pirates' bullpen. They're going to need long relief here. Smiley will look into Lavalier for the sign. Smiley will set. He will pitch. 6 is a tough 30, and it's popped up on the infield. Lavalier throws his mask away. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits, and 2 runs on... Who else scored? I think Gallego came in to score. Right, Gallego, okay. 2 runs on 2 hits, a walk, and a stolen base. Score is now 5-2 Oakland after 3. Top of the 4th, and we're going to be sending the bottom of the Pirates' order to the plate next. Moore will finish up his warm-up tosses, as leading off the top of the 5th is going to be top of the 4th, I should say, is going to be Jay Bell. Bell reached on a single his first time up. Moore will look into Quirk for the sign. Moore will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. 6 is a tough 46, and against a righty, Bell will get a hold of that one, and he'll be at second safe with a double. A leadoff double for the Pirates brings Jeff King to the plate. King tonight is 0 for 1. He reached on a fielder's choice back in the 2nd. Moore will look over to Bell at second. Jump of 4 against a hold of 8 for Bell. He would be a 63 or less to go to 3rd. They're not going to send him. King's got pretty good power. Moore will look in at Quirk for the sign. He will set. Here's the pitch. 6 is going to be a tough 40. And King's going to swing through the high heat. He's going to get a piece of it, but it's going to go right back into Quirk's glove for a foul tip. And that will be for a foul tip strike 3, and that's out number 1. Here's Lind. Lind today is 0 for 1, and I think the Pirates are going to lay down the bunt with Lind here. So let's see what happens on a sacrifice bunt. That is a successful sacrifice bunted right in front of the plate. Picking that one up is going to be Quirk. His only play will be to second, or to be to first. And that will be a sacrifice hit for Lind. Bell will make third, but there are 2 outs in the inning. Here's Lavalier. Lavalier today is 1 for 2 with a solo homer. Moore will look into Quirk for the sign. Pirates trailing 5-2. Trying to play a little bit of small ball here. Moore will look into Quirk. He will set. Here's the pitch. 7 is going to be a patient 74. Ooh, just misses. That's a fly ball into center field. Coming under that one is going to be Dave Henderson. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. Nothing across except the double that the Pirates aren't able to do anything with as we head into the bottom of the 4th. Pirates try a sacrifice bunt, but they can't make it work. Moore will finish his warm-up tosses as he's looking at the top of the Oakland order. Leading off the bottom of the 4th is Ernest Riles. Riles today flew out his first time up. Smiley will get the sign from Lavalier. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 4 is a ballpark check. To his wheelhouse, but Riles does not have a lot of power. And it's a ground ball over to short. Picking that one up is going to be Bell, ranging to his left. He'll make the throw over to first, and that's out number 1. Looping back around, we've got Quirk coming up. Quirk is 1 for 2 with a single. Smiley will look into Lavalier for the sign. Smiley will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 5 is going to be an in-play 66, and it's a ground ball over to short. Once again, calling Bell's name on that one, ranging to his left this time, but he'll make the play for out number 2. And here's Law. Law today is 0 for 1 with a walk. Smiley will look in at Lavalier for the sign. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 9 is going to be an in-play 2, and against a lefty, Law will get a hold of that one. He'll extend the inning in a big way, as that's going to be a double. And here's Canseco. Canseco is 0 for 2 today. Smiley looking into Lavalier for the sign. He'll glance over to Law at second. Smiley will set. Here's the pitch. 11 is a wheelhouse 15, and Canseco is going to extend the lead for the A's with a boom! That ball is hit high. That ball is hit deep to left field. Bonds going back for that one. He's back to the track, back to the wall, and that's in the back of the lower deck. Home run, Jose Canseco. The score is now 7-2 in favor of Oakland. Stadium cheers. Yay! Stepping into the batter's box is Ricky Henderson, and Henderson is 0 for 1 with a walk and a stolen base, but that is going to be it for John Smiley. They have seen more than enough of John Smiley in the Pirates dugout, so let me compile stats for him real quick. 3 2/3. He got shelled today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. 7 runs, all earned. Walked 1, 2, 2. Struck out 1, 2, 3, 4. No hit batters, no balks, no wild pitches. Faced 21. That's it for Smiley. Coming into pitch is going to be Neil Heaton. 3-3 with a 4.33 ERA, 68 2/3 innings pitched, 72 hits, 6 homers, 21 walks, and 34 strikeouts. He will be charged with trying to keep this Pirates lineup in check. Heaton will get the sign from Lavalier. He will set. Here's the pitch. 4 is a ballpark check. 44, uh-oh. Henderson thinks he's got a hold of one. And Henderson's going to extend the lead with back-to-back booms. That ball is hit high. That ball is hit deep to center field. Van Slyke going back for that one. Back to the track, back to the wall, and that ball is gone. Home run, Ricky Henderson. Score is now 8-2 in favor of Oakland. Stadium cheers. Yay! Here's Dave Henderson. Henderson today is 1 for 2 with a double. Heaton will get the sign from Lavalier. Heaton will set. Here's the pitch. 7 is a patient 93, and it's a ground ball over to short. Picking that one up is going to be Bell. He'll make the play over to first, and that'll be all three. He'll make all 3 putouts, but before that, 3 runs on 3 hits, 2 homers, a 2-run homer by Canseco, and then a solo blast by Ricky Henderson makes the score 8-2 in favor of Oakland. Getting ready for the top of the 5th, and we're going to see the 2, 3, 4 of the Pirates order due up next. Someone needs to tell the Pirates, hey guys, the game started. Moore will finish his warm-up tosses as leading off the top of the 5th. We have Gary Varsho. Varsho today is 0 for 1 with a walk and a stolen base. Moore will get the sign from Quirk. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 8 is going to be a tough 55, and against a righty, Varsho will get a hold of that one, and that's going to be a leadoff base hit. The A's will go to double play depth, as here's Barry Bonds. Bonds today is 0 for 1. He reached on a fielder's choice and stole a base. Varsho is a jump of 5 against a hold of 7. 56 or less. They're going to leave Varsho where he is. Bonds doesn't hit into a lot of double plays. Moore will look in at Quirk for the sign. Moore will set. Here's the kick, and here's the pitch. 7 is going to be a patient 86. And against the righty, Bonds is going to get a hold of that one, and that's going to be a triple. Varsho will score. Bonds will be at third. Varsho coming all the way around on that one to score. Bonds is going to make it to third on the triple. And the score is now 8-3 in favor of the Pirates, or in favor of the A's. Stadium doesn't really react too much. They're still up by 5. Here's Bobby Bonilla. The infield will play in, though. Bonilla today is 1 for 2 with a single. Moore will look in at Quirk for the sign. He will set. Here's the pitch. 5 is a patient 30, and Bonilla is going to end up on with a walk, still nobody out, and now runners at the corners for Andy Van Slyke. Van Slyke today, though, is 1 for 2. Infield will play the corners in. They want to try for a double play. They want to try. The Bonds doesn't really mean anything. I think they're just going to go for the double play and go for outs. The A's just want outs here. Moore will look into Quirk for the sign. He will set. Here's the pitch. 9 is an in-play 96, and it's a fly ball into right field. Going after that one is Canseco. He'll make the play for out number 1. On an F9, that was deep enough. Bonds will score on the sacrifice fly from Van Slyke. And that will cut the A's lead to 8-4. Stadium still not very reactive to that. Here's Merced. Merced today is 0 for 2. Bonilla, not a threat to do much on the base path. Moore will get the sign from Quirk. Oakland, Alameda County Coliseum, not sure how to react yet. Moore will get the sign from Quirk. He will set. Here's the pitch. 8 is going to be a tough 65. And it's a ground ball over to second. Picking that one up is going to be Gallego. Let's see if the A's can turn 2 and get out of the inning. It's going to be a 7 or less on 2D6. Side retired. Gallego will take that one. He'll step on the bag himself, throw it over to Riles at first, and that's going to be a G4-3 double play. The Pirates strike though. 2 runs on 2 hits and a walk, and the score is now 8-4 Oakland as we head into the bottom of the 5th. Heaton finishes up his warm-up tosses as he's looking at the bottom of Oakland's order. Leading off is Mike Gallego. Gallego today is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Heaton will look in at Lavalier for the sign. Heaton will set. Here's the pitch. 7 is a patient 81. And against a lefty, Gallego will get a hold of that one. He'll get that out of the infield, and that's going to be a base hit to lead off the inning. The Pirates will go to double play depth, as here's Willie Wilson. Wilson tonight is 2 for 2 with a single and a double. Gallego, not much of a threat to do much on the base paths. Wilson, not a good bunter either. He's going to swing away. Heaton will get the sign from Lavalier. He will set, and here's the pitch. 7 is going to be a patient 2, and that's easily ball 4. Wilson will find himself on with a walk, and there's still nobody out. And here's Weiss. Weiss today is 0 for 2. Heaton looking in at Lavalier for the sign. Pirates need a double play here. Heaton will set. He will kick, and here's the pitch. 11 is a wheelhouse 21, and against a lefty, Weiss will get a hold of that one, and that's going to be a base hit. That's a line drive into left field. Runner on first advances 2 bases. Runner on second scores. So on the S7, Gallego will score. Wilson will make third. Weiss will be safe at second. So Gallego scores. Wilson's at third. Weiss is at first. And the score is now 9-4 in favor of Oakland. Stadium cheers. Yay! The infield is going to play in. They want to limit the damage here. Here's Riles coming up. Riles today is 0 for 2. We're going to get some activity in the Pirates' bullpen as starting to warm up for the Pirates is going to be... They're going to get... Who are they going to get warming up? The Pirates are going to get Bob Patterson warming up. This game is not going well for them at all, to put it mildly. Heaton will look into Lavalier for the sign. He will set. Here's the pitch. 12 is an in-play 54, and it's a fly ball into left field. Bonds will range in for that one. He'll make the catch for out number 1. Wilson will score on the sacrifice fly by Riles. Score is now 10-4 in favor of Oakland. Stadium cheers. Yay! Everything seems to be going the A's way today. The infield will move to double play depth. As here's Quirk coming into the batter's box. Quirk tonight is 1 for 3. Heaton will get the sign from Lavalier. Could they try to lay down the bunt here with Quirk? Not in a 6-run game. Quirk will set. Or Quirk will brace for the pitch. Heaton will get the sign from Lavalier. Heaton will set. Here's the pitch. 10 is a tough 57. And it's a ground ball over to third. Bonilla will pick that one up. Let's see if they can turn the double play. 7 or less on 2d6. Side retired. Bonilla will pick that one up. He'll throw that over to Lind at second. Lind will turn and fire to Merced at first. And that's a 5-4-3 around the horn twin killing. But the A's pick up another run on 2 hits and a walk. Actually, they should have picked up 2 runs. Right, Wilson had on the sacrifice fly from Riles. Wilson came in to score. That's what happened. Okay. 2 runs on 2 hits, a walk, and a sacrifice fly. It is now 10-4 Oakland after 5. Top of the 6th, and the Pirates are sending the bottom of their order to the plate. We're going to get some activity in the Oakland bullpen as Joe Klink is going to start getting loose for the A's. There we are. Moore will finish up his warm-up tosses as he's looking at the bottom of the Pirates' order. Leading off the top of the 6th is going to be Jay Bell. Bell is 2 for 2 with a single and a double. Moore will look into Quirk for the sign. Moore will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 6 is a tough... You'll re-roll that. Is a tough 74, and it's a fly ball into center field. Henderson coming in for that one. He'll make the catch on the run for out number 1. Here's Jeff King. King is 0 for 2. He reached on a fielder's choice back in the 2nd. 10-4 Oakland. Game 3 of the World Series. Series tied at 1. Moore will look into Quirk for the sign. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 7 is going to be a patient 56, and that's going to be a fly ball into right field. Canseco will make that catch on the run for out number 2. And here's Jose Lind. Lind tonight is 0 for 2. Well, actually, he's 0 for 1 with a sacrifice bunt. Moore will get the sign from Quirk. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 7 is going to be a patient 80, and it's a fly ball into center field. Henderson going back for that one slightly, but he'll have room to make the catch, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates in the top of the 6th as we get ready for the bottom of the 6th. The Pirates are going to see if they can get one more inning out of Heaton. Heaton will finish his warm-up tosses as he's looking at the 2, 3, 4 of Oakland's order. Leading off the bottom of the 6th is Vance Law. Law is 1 for 2 with a double and a walk. Heaton will look in to Lavalier for the sign. He will set, and he will pitch. 11 is a wheelhouse 13. And against the lefty, Law will lead off the inning, and that will be a double. Heaton not having a good night tonight. Actually, the Pirates as a whole not having a good night. Here's Canseco. Canseco tonight is 1 for 3 with a 2-run homer. Almost identical situation. Heaton will get the sign from Lavalier. He will set. Here's the pitch. Now, here's the pitch. 10 is a tough 16, and Canseco is going to get frozen by a curveball for strike 3 for out number 1. And here's Ricky Henderson. Henderson tonight is 1 for 2 with a walk and a solo home run. Heaton will get the sign from Lavalier. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. Or here he will set, here's the pitch. 8 is an in-play 64, and it's a ground ball over to second. Picking that one up is going to be Lind. He'll make the throw over to first. That's out number 2. Law has a run rating of 6. He will hold. And here's Dave Henderson. Henderson tonight is 1 for 3 with a double. Heaton will look into Lavalier for the sign. He will set, and here's the pitch. 8 is an in-play 47, and it's popped up on the infield. Coming under that one at second base is going to be Lind. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. Nothing across except for the double for the A's, and the score remains 10-4 Oakland after 6. Top of the 7th, and we will see a pitching change for the A's. Moore is going to come out of the game. Coming in to pitch for Oakland is going to be Joe Klink. 10-3 with a 4.35 ERA, 62 innings pitched, 60 hits, 4 homers, 21 walks, 34 strikeouts in 91. I'm going to go ahead and compile stats for Heaton real quick here. He went 2 1/3. Gave up 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. Gave up 3 runs, all earned. Walked 1, struck out 1, no hit batters, no balks, no wild pitches, faced 11. Okay, now that we've got that set, Klink is going to be charged with the top of the Pirates' order. Leading off the top of the 7th, we have Lavalier. Lavalier today is 1 for 3 with a solo homer. Klink will look into Quirk for the sign. Klink will set, and he will pitch. 11 is going to be a tough 99. That's a fly ball into right field. Canseco will get under that one. He'll make the play for out number 1. And here's Varsho. Varsho tonight is 1 for 2 with a walk and a single. Klink will look into Quirk for the sign. Klink will set. Here's the pitch. 9 is a tough 49. And against a lefty, Varsho will get a hold of that one, and that's going to be a base hit with 1 out. Here's Bonds. Bonds tonight is 2 for 3 with a single, a triple, and a stolen base. The A's will go to double play depth. Jump of 5 against a hold of 7. I don't think they're running. No, they're not going to run in a 6-run game. Klink will look into Quirk for the sign. Klink will set. Here's the pitch. 11 is a tough 42. And against a lefty, Bonds will get a hold of that one, and that's going to be a base hit. Line drive into left field. Runner on first advances 1 base. So Varsho will be at second. Bonds is at first, and all of a sudden, the Pirates have something cooking with nobody out. Here's Bobby Bonilla. Bonilla today is 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Klink will get the sign from Quirk. Klink will set. He'll glance over to Varsho at second, Bonds at first. Klink will set. Here's the kick, and here's the pitch. 8 is an in-play 24. And against the lefty, Bonilla will get a hold of that one, and that will be a base hit. Hard grounder into left field. Runner on first advances 1 base, second advances 1 base, and just like that, on the S7, the bases are now full of Buccaneers. And here's Andy Van Slyke. Van Slyke today is 1 for 2 with a single and a sacrifice fly. The infield Oh no, there is one out. The infield is going to bring the corners in. They're going to play at full double play depth. They want outs to get out of the inning. Varsho doesn't really mean anything as a run anyway. Klink will get the sign from Quirk. He will set. Here's the pitch. 12 is a tough 39. And Van Slyke's going to swing through the high heat for strike 3. That's out number 2. Here's Orlando Merced. Merced today is 0 for 3. Klink will look into Quirk for the sign. He will set. Oakland Alameda County Coliseum, hoping for a good pitch. Klink will kick. Here's the pitch. 9 is a tough 73, and it's a fly ball into center field. Merced got under that one. He slams his bat down. Ranging in for that one is going to be Henderson. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. 3 hits, but the Pirates aren't able to do anything with them. Stadium size. Phew! That was definitely a scary situation if you're an athletics fan. And we are at the 7th inning stretch. I'm going to get a quick stretch in myself. Preferably without dropping anything here. Ooh, I felt that one. Heaton is going to come out of the game. I kind of alluded to that when I was starting to compile stats. Coming in to pitch for the Pirates is Bob Patterson. 4-3 with a 4.11 ERA, 65 2/3 innings pitched, 67 hits, 7 homers, 15 walks, 57 strikeouts in 91. He will be charged with the middle of Oakland's order. Leading off the bottom of the 7th is Mike Gallego. Gallego tonight is 3 for 3 with 3 singles. Patterson, well, let's get some activity in the Oakland bullpen while I'm paying attention. They're going to get Rick Honeycutt warming up in the Oakland bullpen. Patterson will get the sign from Lavalier. He will set. Here's the pitch. 7 is a tough 19. And Gallego is going to swing through a slider out of the zone for strike 3 for out number 1. And here's Willie Wilson. Wilson is 2 for 2 with a single, a double, and a walk. Patterson looking in at Lavalier for the sign. He will set, and he will pitch. 8 is a tough 32, and Wilson's going to swing through a curveball for strike 3. That's out number 2. And here's Riles. Riles tonight, should be Weiss up next. I got the batters mixed up. Weiss is up next. Weiss tonight is 1 for 3 with a single. Patterson hoping to get the Pirates out of the inning. Patterson will get the sign from Lavalier. He will set, and here's the pitch. 8 is a tough 2. And Weiss is going to get frozen with by the curveball for strike 3. And Patterson will strike out the side. 1, 2, 3 go the A's in the bottom of the 7th. Score will remain 10-4 Oakland after 7. Top of the 8th, we'll see a pitching change for the A's. Joe Klink is going to come out of the game. Coming in to pitch for the A's is going to be Rick Honeycutt. 2-4 with a 3.58 ERA, 37 2/3 innings pitched, 37 hits, 3 homers, 20 walks, 26 strikeouts in 91. He will be charged with the bottom of the Pirates' order. Leading off the top of the 8th is Jay Bell. Bell is 2 for 3 with a single and a double. Honeycutt will get the sign from Quirk. Honeycutt will set. Here's the pitch. 11 is a tough 20, and Bell's going to swing through a curveball for strike 3 for out number 1. And here's Jeff King. King is 0 for 3. He reached on a fielder's choice all the way back in the second. Honeycutt looking into Quirk for the sign. He will set. Here's the pitch. 3 is going to be an in-play 60. That's a fly ball into right field. Canseco ranging back for that one, but he'll have plenty of room before the track, and that will be out number 2. Here's Lind. Lind tonight is 0 for 2 with a sacrifice hit. Honeycutt will look into Quirk for the sign. He will set. Here's the pitch. 10 is going to be a tough 64, and it's a fly ball into right field. Once again, Canseco ranging in for that one this time. He'll make the play on the run, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates in the top of the 8th. Bob Patterson is going to come out of the game. I've already compiled stats for him. Coming into pitch, Roger Mason. 3-2 with a 3.03 ERA, 29 2/3 innings pitched, 21 hits, 2 homers, 6 walks, 21 strikeouts in 91. We're going to get activity in the Oakland bullpen as Kevin Campbell is going to start getting loose for the A's. Mason is going to be charged with the top of Oakland's order. Here's Ernest Riles. Riles tonight is 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly. Mason will look into Lavalier for the sign. He will set. Here's me dropping dice. Anyway, here's the pitch. 6 is going to be a tough 92. It's a fly ball into right field. Coming under that one is going to be Varsho. He'll make the play on the run for out number 1. Here's Quirk. Quirk tonight is 1 for 4 with a single, but he's also hit into Oakland's lone double play. Mason will look into Lavalier for the sign. He will set. Here's the pitch. 10 is going to be an in-play 39, and it's popped up on the infield. Merced will get under that one for Pittsburgh. He'll make the catch, and that's out number 2. And here's Law. Law tonight is 2 for 3 with 2 doubles and a walk. Mason hoping to keep this game right where it is to preserve any chance the Pirates are going to have in the top of the 9th. Mason will get the sign from Lavalier. He will set, and he will pitch. 8 is going to be a tough 41, and Law's going to swing through the high heat for strike 3. That will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the A's in the bottom of the 8th. Score remains 10-4 Oakland after 8. But will we see some 9th inning magic? To find out, Pittsburgh is going to send the top of their order to the plate against a new pitcher for Oakland. Rick Honeycutt is going to come out of the game. Coming in to pitch for the A's will be Kevin Campbell. 1-0 with a 2.74 ERA, 23 innings pitched, 13 hits, 4 homers, 14 walks, and 16 strikeouts in 91. He will be charged with the top of the Pirates' order. Leading off the top of the 9th is Mike Lavalier. Lavalier tonight is 1 for 3 with a solo homer. 10-4 Oakland, Game 3 of the World Series. Oakland 3 outs away from taking a 2-1 lead. Pirates need 6 runs to get to the bottom of the 9th. Campbell will look into Quirk for the sign. I will keep dropping dice. Campbell will set. Campbell will pitch. 8 is going to be a patient 25, and Lavalier is going to lead off the top of the 9th with a walk. Infield will go to double play depth. Here's Gary Varsho. Varsho tonight is 2 for 3 with 2 singles, a walk, and a stolen base. Lavalier not going anywhere near the base paths in this one. Campbell will look into Quirk for the sign. Campbell will set. Here's the pitch. 4 is a patient 36, and Varsho is going to have a walk as well. And all of a sudden, the Pirates have something cooking with nobody out. Here's the ever-dangerous Barry Bonds. Bonds tonight is 3 for 4 with 2 singles, a triple, and a stolen base. And he reached on a fielder's choice. You do not want to make a mistake to this guy. Campbell will look in to Quirk for the sign. Oakland, Alameda County Coliseum, hoping for a good pitch. Campbell will set. He will pitch. 10 is a tough 9, and Bonds is going to get frozen by a curveball for strike 3, and that's out number 1. Oakland saying 1 down, 2 to go. Here's Bobby Bonilla. Bonilla tonight is 2 for 3 with 2 singles and a walk. Campbell, hoping that the leadoff walks were a fluke. Campbell will get the sign from Quirk. He will set. Here's the pitch. 7 is going to be a tough 35. And against the righty, Bonilla's going to get a hold of that one, and that's going to be a base hit. That's a sharp liner into center field. Runner on first advances 1 base. Runner on second advances 1 base. And the bases, once again, are full of Buccaneers. And here's Andy Van Slyke. Van Slyke tonight is 1 for 3 with a single and a sacrifice fly. The infield is going to play for the double play. A double play ends the game. And Lavalier doesn't need anything by himself as a run. Campbell will look into Quirk for the sign. He will set. Oakland, Alameda County Coliseum, hoping for a good pitch. Campbell will kick, and here's the pitch. 5 is a patient 6, and that's going to be ball 4, and Campbell is going to walk in a run. Lavalier will score. Varsho to third, Bonilla to second, Van Slyke to first, and the Pirates are hoping that the first run to say, hold on guys, we're not dead yet. Lavalier will come in to score on the walk, and here's Merced. Merced tonight is 0 for 4. A's still playing for the double play. A twin killing ends this game. Campbell will get the sign from Quirk. Oakland, Alameda County Coliseum suddenly looking nervous with the bases full of Buccaneers. Campbell will set. Here's the pitch. 6 is going to be a tough 67, and it's a ground ball over to second. Picking that one up is going to be Gallego. Can the A's turn the double play? It's going to be an 8. It's going to be 7 or less on 2D6. No! Varsho will come in to score. Bonilla will make third. Van Slyke will be thrown out. Merced will reach second on the fielder's choice. So Van Slyke is thrown out. That's a fielder's choice. Bonilla will make it to third. Merced will reach first. The score is now 10-6 in favor of the Pirates. Varsho was second. And here's Jay Bell. Bell tonight is 2 for 4 with a single and a double. The A's are going to make a call to the bullpen they didn't expect to make at this point. They're going to start getting Dennis Eckersley warming up in the bullpen. Runners at the corners, 2 outs in the inning. Campbell looking in. Actually, let me make a note here. All right. Campbell will look into Quirk for the sign. Next out gives Oakland the 2-1 series lead. If the Pirates extend the game, Eckersley is ready to come in. Campbell will get the sign from Quirk. He will set. Here's the pitch. 8 is a patient 51, And Bell's going to get plunked with the pitch. And Bell, once again, the bases are full of Buccaneers yet again. Here is Jeff King. King tonight is 0 for 4. Oakland, Alameda County Coliseum is very, very nervous. Campbell will get the sign from Quirk. Oakland, Alameda County Coliseum hoping for a great pitch. Campbell will get the sign. He will set. Here's the kick, and here's the pitch. 8 is a patient 62, and it's a fly ball into right field. Oakland, Alameda County Coliseum, jumping up and down. Ranging in for that one is Canseco. He'll put out his glove, block, and the ball falls into it. That's your game. The Oakland Athletics survive a bases-loaded scare in the top of the 9th to win this one 10-6 and take a 2-1 lead in the series. Stadium cheers. Yay! Final line score coming up. For the Athletics, 10 runs on 12 hits and no errors. For the Pirates, 6 runs on 12 hits and no errors. Winning pitcher is going to be Mike Moore. John Smiley will end up with the loss. No holds going around. So Oakland will take the series lead 2-1. That will do it for Game 3 of the World Series. We're not quite done with this video yet, though, because we do have a product unboxing of something that just came in tonight. So we're going to go ahead and crack that on the channel. My first reaction when I saw this box from some company called Rayson is, what in the world is Rayson? Then I started looking around the box and I started putting some clues together. When I saw this familiar logo, I was like, oh, I know what this is. So it is something by Simon that came out a couple years back that's just now delivering. So let's crack this open and see what they've got in here. A very excessive tape job. I don't know if this is something Simon does or if this is something that their fulfillment company did, but it is good to know because I'm expecting because there's another huge Kickstarter I'm expecting from Simon that should be coming out later this year. Hopefully within the next couple of months, but we'll see what happens there. Put the knife down carefully, closing that carefully. We're greeted by plastic wrap in here, and what we're greeted by is we've got one of the comic books for Cthulhu Death May Die. So this was an extra thing that they did. Hold on. Did I get more than that? Alright, so this is a touch of Providence in that universe. At the top of the Turk's Head building in Providence, the stars are almost right. Cultists bent on summoning the great old one, Yog-Sothoth, need one final ritual item. A 17-year-old kid named Seamus. Seamus hasn't had a normal life. As a boy, he read the diary of one Wilbur Whately, and its strange tale imprinted on his subconscious. The dead man's thoughts haunt him daily. Meanwhile, unknown to Seamus, Jack Munoz, one of his oldest friends, also hunts for him. Can he still trust his old friend, or is time running out for Seamus? Is his death already written in the alien stars above? Seamus just needs a little providence to come his way. We can put that off to the side. Next up, we're greeted by a Twilight Imperium comic book for corrupted space. Rumors of terrible creatures from beyond the stars haunt the galaxy's FTL lanes, but Kanar and the rest of her Banshee crew don't usually concern themselves with hearsay, unless they're getting paid to do so. Hired by a mysterious figure to scout the edges of Shalari space in search of reported other dimensional incursions, Kanar and her crew are about to discover just how dark and treacherous the universe has become. If they live long enough to report back their findings, the universe and all its alien species will never be the same. But that's a big if. Written by the acclaimed team of Ron Mars, Silver Surfer, and Andy Lanning, Guardians of the Galaxy, and beautifully illustrated by Netho Diaz, G.I. Joe, this original graphic novel is set within the universe of the wildly popular Twilight Imperium gaming franchise. A must-have for Twilight Imperium and epic space opera fans alike. Nice! And we've also got Firmament, also from the Twilight Imperium universe. Hakken data courier Grala is shrewd, resourceful, and self-reliant. She's also very deeply in over her head. Things started out easy enough. Deliver the provided package to the requested client in the UMP 3036 region of space. Yet, unbeknownst to her, the package is much more important than she could ever have imagined, and Grala quickly finds herself thrust into the middle of a decades-long multi-alien species conflict. Now, any path she chooses appears to lead not only to her death, but the destruction of the entire galaxy. Based on the wildly popular board game, Twilight Imperium Firmament is brilliantly written by Dan Abnett, Warhammer 40,000's Gaunt's Ghosts and Horus Heresy, and gorgeously illustrated by Osvaldo Montos Montpeller. Heavy Metals Entropy, a must-have for fans of the original board game or space opera science fiction. We're also greeted by the comic book versions. Ooh, for Volume 2. This has episode boxes, Elder One's stage card. Looks like an alternate version of Nyarlathotep, but I need the Kickstarter to come through first. So it requires... Lost Episode 8 requires a Cthulhu Death May Die core box. Lost Episode 9 needs Fear of the Unknown, so I won't be able to play that until that Kickstarter comes through. And in here, we've got what looks like the plastic figures and 8-colored bases for the Twilight Imperium comic book extras. Let's see if I can get this open without too many problems so we can see what's in here. I was hoping for like a rules insert or something in here. But it looks like we've got some new ships in here, along with the colored bases for those. I'm sure one of the graphic novels will have a rules extra for that. I'm not going to crack open the extras for Death May Die until I'm ready for that. But that will do it for this playthrough of Payoff Pitch Baseball and a small product unboxing. That is plenty of reading material for me to sink my teeth into. But that will do it for this video. So, busy week coming up on the channel. Saturday Mystical Munchies will continue out of the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Blackspire Outpost Cookbook with the side roasted kajaka root. Also Saturday, we're going to have Game 4 of the 91 World Series between the Athletics and the Pirates. I don't know who the starters will be, but I will know by the time Mystical Munchies goes live. Sunday, we're continuing in the Star Wars universe with Star Wars Outer Rim. And Wednesday next week, we're playing Twilight Inscription. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care, everyone.